Hello everyone, once again, you're welcome. So I'm going to be taking us through on how to make a report card using Excel. As we said earlier, Excel can be used in making report cards, storing data. As you can see here, I have these things. This can be your data which is stored, people's results. So for making a report card, usually you have the marks, the grade, the total marks, average, position, and then comment. So for the grading, okay, let me first talk about the easy things. For the easy things, we have total. That is something easy. You can do it manually, or let's use the formula. So you put an equal sign, you tap on sum, and you select the sum. So the things that we're adding, we have this, and you put the comma. You follow the formula how it is looking there. Then this and this. So those are the things we are adding. You put the bracket, you enter. So it gives us the answer. And then you drag the formula downwards to give also for the rest. So that's the answer. And then for the average, you can also use average. So we select average. So I want to get the average of these numbers. So we have this one. It's the same thing. Or you can do it the manual way of dividing the total by 4. But in this case, computer is meant to make life easier, to make doing things easier. So let's not do things manually. Let's follow the easy way of doing things. So we have that. Then to get the positions, we do ranking. So for the ranking, we rank the average. So this is the number that we are ranking. We use the average. And then our reference number, it's going to be this column of the averages, since it's what we're using. But you'll come to realize that if we leave our formula looking like that, it's going to have issues at the end. It's going to be having okay, the range is going to keep on changing as we move from one row to the next. The range is going to be changing. Like if we move to this one, the first row is going to be left out. So it will not be counted as part of the range, affecting our positions. So how the best way to avoid that issue is you put the dollar sign. This is called cell referencing. You put the dollar sign such that to maintain a constant range. I want to maintain a constant range. So that is done. So for our order, we want it to be in the descending order. Okay, we have the ascending order is given by, it's denoted by 1. Then the descending order is denoted by 0, ascending order denoted by 1. So if we put it in descending order, the very first one, that is the very highest, is going to be having 1. The first one is going to be having the highest because it's descending, coming from up, going down. So that is the formula we want. To put a bracket and you enter. So it has given us that person in position 2. Then you do our usual thing, yeah? You drag the formula downwards, so it has given us that. Then for the comment, that one, we can use the if function. Let's say we're using if. So if, let's use average. So let's say our pass mark is okay, let's say it is 50, yeah? So now everyone is going to pass if I use that. So let's say our pass mark is 60. So if we say the pass mark is 60, our logical test is if the average is greater than, if it is greater than 60, you put the comma. That is our logical test. Now, when you're putting the values for the if true and false, you must put them in quotations. So, if it's greater than 60, the person has passed. So, we put there passed. You enclose them in the quotations. We put the comma. But if it is less, now this one here gives us the opposite. What do you want? We shall say the person has failed. You put the brackets. Yeah. And that's done. Sometimes you may be having some errors that the computer may not accept, so they give you corrections depending on how it is. Wow. Oh, sorry, I put 06 instead of 60, so let me correct the formula. If it is 60, and then I enter. Okay, let me see. 60. Enter. Why does it keep changing? K4. Which cell is K4? Okay, I'm supposed to use average. Let's first delete that and we see. Let's see where the problem is coming from. So, if logical test using average, if our average is greater than 60, it's supposed to be a post. Or sometimes if these ones are disturbing you, there is a using the, is it the V and then the H table, where you make your tables, you make other tables showing the different pass marks and the comments. It can also, and then you use it to fill in that. Let's see if this one is going to work. So otherwise the person has failed. Let's enter and see what we shall have. So you can see. So this time it has not given us issues. Yeah, this is how it is supposed to be. I don't know what mistake I made earlier, but yeah, that's it. So that's how it works with comments. Now there is a situation where you're going to, here to do the grading, we can also use comments. And we can also use comments. I mean, we can also use the if function, but our if function here, the logical test is 50. If 50 is now for grading, the grading system, we're going to use the multiple if function. It's not going to be only one thing. Yeah? So let's say if this is greater than 90, where does that do one start from? Let's say 80. If it's greater than 80, then you put that. This is the condition. So the value, if it's true, it's a D1. If it's not true, we continue with another if function. So if it is not true, we check again if this it's greater than 70, 75. We can use 75. 75. If it's greater than 75, it's going to be a D2. We keep on doing like that until you reach the very F9. You know our grading systems, how they go. If it's not that, I do again. Now I'm going to C3, 75, 70. If it's greater than 70, and you put the comma, that is going to be a C3. And then another if B2 is greater than 60. We go to C4. Then if B2 is greater than 55, is it really 55? Yeah, if it's greater than 55, there we have C5. Don't forget to put the quotations. The moment you forget to put them, things will not come out. It will be an error, it will bring an error. There are so many errors in Excel. Any small mistake you make in this family, the answers are going to be different and they're going to be wrong and they will not be correct. That's why you really need to learn how to use this. Then the next one again, we have the next if function. If B2 is greater than, let's say, 50 now, that is S6. C6. Then another if if it's greater than let's say 40. But let's have plus 7. E7. Then if another if it's greater than let's say 35. Let's say 30. Yeah, let's give it 30. So if it's greater than 30, that would be a plus 8. And now, as the final part, we no longer need to put another if function. It is just now going to be if it's greater than 30, it's either greater than or less than, because now I'm going to the last part. So you put your last thing, which is the F9. And that now you begin to put the brackets. The brackets are going to come in varying colors until you reach the very last one. which is going to be, it's going to be a black bracket. You see, it has given me the black bracket, meaning it's done. Let's count the brackets. I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are the opening brackets. Now let's see the closing bracket. How many we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And all of them are there. You enter. So it has given us 50 hours plus 7. Let's see for the rest what we shall have. And we shall check if they're within our grading. We said D1 is starting from 80. 75, D2 is 70. This one is okay. Okay, so we used if it's greater than 70, meaning that 70 is also part of the C4. But maybe if I'd put greater than 69, we would have 70 as a theory, but put the 70 is found within the range there. So that is it. So that's how we do our grading. So there is really nothing difficult in this thing. Yeah, that's how we do it. I'm not going to go through the rest. You have seen how hectic it can be, but there are also other ways of doing it. But we shall learn that next time. Thank you very much for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much.